me issues. Give me 1 second. Bringing in the Chargers owner. Harris, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yep. I can't hear you now.
All right, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hopefully they can hear me because right now it's saying your speaker is not working. Please check your connection or use a different speaker. But you can hear me, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's good stuff. Well, welcome on the show, brother.
Oh, thank you. Steve-O said in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we also got my man 10 grand, Mr. Tiger. I can't breathe. I feel it, brother.
And we can't see him either.
And he's also sideways.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mostly just pissed off today.
We can talk about that. Hopefully. All right. We also got my man 10 grand. We got Mr. Mike, the Steelers owner. The ugly towel, the terrible towels.
Wow. Somebody, is that Juju in the background?
Juju on that beat?
Yes, it is. Turning point.
Wow.
All right, then we also got my man getting on right now, one of the commissioners, Mr. Hoseyan. Right.
Hoseyan has a good game.
What up, man?
Hey, check out the headset.
Yeah,
I'm like,
nice.
man, what's taking so long for me to get up in here?
Sorry about
so Hoseyan finally has a good week. He decides to show up. I like that.
I ain't had no good week. I'm 1-10. What you talk about?
Well, I saw your game. You played really well.
You had Dill sweating.
Right. We're gonna talk about that. Leave me alone. Wait a minute. Let's bring in the triple OG/triple OG, Mr. Tony Tranks, aka Philly Jedi, and he's sideways again.
Oh, did it again.
Yes, sir. All
there
right.
we go.
Let's wait for it.
Greetings, everyone.
So y'all, thank y'all for being patient with us. It's our second time using Zoom. I need to work on it, so we're gonna do some little test runs probably later in this week. I get with Harris, Tranks, everybody in here. So
Hoseyan's still on standby too as well.
Yeah, we might need a new engineer.
All right.
No, you good.
You know I'm about helping you, man. I got you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it because I don't know why I'm seeing this screen right now saying my speaker's not working.
Oh, you good?
You're 5 out of 5 over here.
Yeah. Hey, if y'all can't hear us, please let me know in the comment section. Right now, it seems like everybody can hear us. But as always, we start with division leaders. Mr. Tranks, can you lead us off?
Sure. No problema. Chico. We're going to start with the AFC North. And pretty much the guy that's been running away with the season here. 11-0 Ravens. And then right behind them, 3 games back, we have the Browns at 8-3. Then we have the Bengals at 6-4 here in the AFC North. And we have the Steelers at 1-10. But anybody that's watched these Steelers games, they are within almost all these losses they're taking. So real proud of them. We have the AFC South. Colts are a strong 7-4. And I mean a strong 7-4. Looks like they're going to be dominating the division unless somebody steps up these last final games. I think we're in week 12 right now. The Titans are 3-8. Texans are 2-9. We have he's a brand new user, Mr. Timothy McCray, Dog Senior. And the Jaguars are 1-10, and they were just taken over this past week by my man Sleep, Mr. Keith Mullins. We go over to the AFC East. We have the Bills leading that division by a half game or game at 6-4. And we're in the middle of the week, so that's why the records aren't the same here. We have the Jets at 6-5, Patriots in third at 4-7, and the Dolphins rounding up the division at 3-8. Head over to the AFC West. Chargers only have one besmirch on their record, 10-1. They're leading that division. We have the Broncos at 7-3. Strong bid for the playoffs. They're 2 games back from the division lead, so we'll see what happens. We have the Chiefs just right behind the Broncos at 6-5, and with the Raiders rounding out the division at 1-10. And they just had a good game, so we'll be talking about that. Heading over to the NFC, we go to the NFC North. The Packers leading the division by 2 games at 9-2. You want the Bears right behind them with a 7-game win streak at 7-4. So they went 0-4, now they're 7-4. Looks like putting Mac on the line and rushing the passer has helped. We have the Vikings at 5-5, and we have the Lions at 2-8. Another team that's really made themselves a tough out this season. So keep it up, Ty. Head on down to the AFC South. We have a tie for first at 4-6. Both the Falcons and Buccaneers are tied. And I think I remember seeing the Bucks beat the Falcons head to head, so they probably have them by half game. Panthers are at 3-7, with the Saints running up division at 2-9. Going up to the NFC East, Eagles aren't undefeated anymore. They are 8-3, and right behind them by a game, really a half game. I think they split. All right, well, we'll see. We'll go over it. We have the Redskins at 7-4. Right behind them in third, we have the Giants at 5-5, and rounding out the division, we have the 4-7 Cowboys. And going over to the NFC West, NFC Best, we have the 49ers at 9-2. We have the Cardinals at 8-2, right behind them. We have the Seahawks, the champs, back-to-back champs at 7-3. Yeah, we got to figure that out because that's a little weird having them in third place.
And with the Rams, someone we got to talk about.
Oh yeah, I guess we're gonna talk about it. And we have the Rams at 4-6 running the division, and that is FNG standings, Mr. Dill.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Sidney Harris.
Yeah.
Can you go over MVP leaders, also offense and players and defense player of the year so far award?
All right. Give me a second right here. I should have been headed up.
You're fired. Anyway.
Make sure I didn't mess up because I mess up all the time.
MVP leaders so far, we have Lamar Jackson, number 1, from the Baltimore Ravens. We have the great Melvin Gordon III of this LA Chargers. Almost said San Diego.
The great.
Cheat code.
The great. Yeah, cheat code, exactly.
Cheat code, see, man.
Yeah, I'm going to say it.
You got to deal with him twice a year. You got Todd Gurley, who number 3 from the Seahawks. And okay, we're going through AFC and NFC. Oh God. Okay. So
like
AFC,
the top 2 or 3.
Top 2 or 3. Yeah. The AFC, we have Lamar Jackson number 1 as far as offensive player of the year. Melvin Gordon 2, Odell Beckham 3rd. We got Todd Gurley, number 3 from the Seahawks. No, what's going on?
That's Hossein.
My bad. I was making sure it was pulling up.
Defensive Player of the Year award. We have Matt Milano of the Broncos, number 1. Eric Wilson of the Chargers, number 2. Jatavius Brown of the Chargers, number 3.
That bastard.
Yeah.
Milano.
Okay, also Offensive Rookies of the Year. We have Keontae Winters of the Bills, Marvin Ayers of the New York Jets, Kyle Timms of the Colts. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kevin Callahan of the Raiders, Jalen Seymour of the Chiefs, and
there you go,
Julius Berry of the Steelers.
Julius Berry.
Best QB, Baker Mayfield, Mariota, and Gerald Edwards. Running back of the year, come on now, for the AFC, it's obvious. Melvin Gordon, the Ruckus of the Dolphins, Ito Smith of the Steelers. You're doing some big things over there.
For real,
Town.
right?
Yeah. Best receiver, Odell Beckham of the Browns, Robbie Anderson of the Jets, Ty Hilton of the Colts. Offensive lineman, Quentin Nelson.
Well, we ain't got to do all that. Not offensive lineman.
What? Don't you have some good offensive linemen?
I do,
Probably not.
Yeah, whatever.
Apparently not. Yeah, Baker Mayfield gets sacked. He's still up there. Talking.
Shut up, jerk.
I'm still gonna say offensive lineman. DeCastro of the Bengals and Stanley of the Ravens. Those are the top three. Yeah, defensive lineman? No? Yes?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking on Dill. You know, he don't have these good players. Perry of the Dolphins, Winovich of the Patriots. I'm gonna say his first name. Garrison of the
Garrison
Texans.
Q. Mr. Garrison.
Milano of the Broncos, the best linebacker. He's number one. Eric
Another cheat
Wilson,
code.
Eric Wilson of the Chargers and Jatavius Brown of the Chargers. Those are the top three.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Milano that bastard every time I hear his name. So it's that bastard.
Mhm.
That bad.
Best DB, we have Marcus May of the Jets, Obi Melifonwu of the great LA Chargers, and Kevin Byard of the Titans. Best kicker, come on, Joey Sly. We haven't missed all year.
Yeah, you have.
No, oh yeah, we have extra points. Right.
Two of them.
Yeah. Okay, NFC Offensive Player of the Year: Todd Gurley, the Seahawks; Darius Geis of the Redskins; and Tariq Cohen of the Bears. I think Tariq might be taking that over soon. He's been dominating over there. Defensive Player of the Year: Khalil Mack of the Bears; Matthew Cates of the Eagles; Adrian Amos of the Packers. Offensive Rookie of the Year: Benjamin Neal of the Eagles; Andrew Tiger. Andrew Dwyer of the Giants, and Curtis Conway of the Bears. Defensive Rookie: Ian Blevins of the Saints; Chase Beck of the Packers; Nathan Douglas of the Eagles. Best QB: Carlson Wentz of the Eagles; Jared Goff of the Rams, and Dwayne Haskins Jr. of the Redskins. Running backs, we have Todd Gurley, Seahawks; Darius Geis of the Redskins; and Tariq Cohen of the Bears. For the best wide receiver, John Ross III of the Rams. Mr. Throw it up to him. I hear that. Terry McLaurin of the Redskins. Excuse me. And Michael Thomas of the Saints.
Well, Brandon Cooks would have been up there, but he's injured for the season with like a broken hip or something, so he ain't gonna be on this list.
Yeah, that's another Mr. Throw it up to him, you know. Offensive lineman deal of the NFC. Well,
David Bakhtiari, Lane
Whatever.
Johnson, and Zach Martin.
Who?
Oh, wow. Hold up. Best defensive lineman for the NFC. Nicky
Nicky
Bosa,
B.
number one. Jadavian Clowney, number two of the Seahawks. And then Derek Barnett of the Eagles. Linebackers, Khalil Mack of the Bears, Shaquem Griffin of the Seahawks, and Deion Jones of the Falcons. Yeah, Deion's a bad man. Okay, best DB, we have Matthew Cates of the Eagles, Buda Baker of the Cardinals,
Buda
and
Baker.
Adrian Amos of the Packers. It's a funny name, you know. Okay, best kicker, we have Greg Zuerlein, Michael Bagley of the 49ers. I'm sorry, Zuerlein came from the Rams, ladies and gentlemen. Care Vedovic, yeah, him. He's number three.
Vedvik.
I just wanted to say it and mess it up.
You did a good job.
I definitely messed it up in a very well way. And that considers the 2022 annual awards.
All right.
Madden FNG League.
All right. Am I on mute? Nope, I'm on mute. All right. Hey, Mr. Mike, you want to take over with the stats?
Yeah, so we're going to look at the statistical leaders for a bunch of different categories right now. So we're going to start off with the offense. Yeah, look at the generals. Jared Goff of the Rams is the league leader in passing yards with 36-11. Passing TDs is a tie between Goff and Baker Mayfield of the Browns with 31.
Nice.
5 coming thanks to the Raiders.
Yeah. And the highest QB rating goes to Josh Rosen of the Packers with 139.4. And that is the highest QB rating of a quarterback who actually has any kind of bearing on the game.
Yeah. Minimum 130 attempts.
Yeah. Off to the running backs. Yardage leader is Darius Geis from the Redskins with 1,393.
And that'll be the end
Yep.
He's out. He's
He
hurt
got
for
hurt.
5 weeks.
Mhm.
Melvin Gordon of the Chargers has 19 rushing touchdowns. And Derrick Henry of the Titans has 200 carries.
Dang.
OBJ leads both the yards and touchdowns with the Browns. He has 1,643 receiving yards and 17 touchdowns.
Wow.
Chico.
Yeah.
And Robbie Anderson from the Jets leads with 69 receptions.
One over Odell Beckham. So
Yeah.
Odell's having an amazing season.
Yes.
Chico.
Yes.
Off to the defense. The Eagles, Matthew Cates is leading the league with 11 interceptions. Matt Milano,
That bastard.
thank you, of the Broncos has 20.5 sacks.
Damn.
Kansas City's Jayon Brown has 74 tackles. I mean, that guy is everywhere.
I hate to interrupt you, but Khalil Mack has
Yeah,
22.5 sacks.
Yeah, Khalil's leading.
You must have did
23.5.
these stats right before the Bears played.
This was before the games, yes.
Yeah.
So, thank you. No. Where was I? All right. Forced fumbles is a 3-way tie.
Wow.
Or 4-way tie. I'm sorry. The Jets, Jamal Anderson, the Steelers, Devin Bush, the Panthers, Luke Kuechly, and the Redskins, Landon Collins all have 7 forced fumbles.
Wow. Derwin James in there?
Oh, he's
No.
close. He got 4. He's close. It won't take much.
And defensive tackles, Obi Melifonwu of the Chargers leads with 3 defensive tackles.
All right.
Mm.
Off the special teams, Matt Gay of the Broncos has made 22 out of 24 of his field goals, and 22 is the most. The Chargers' Joey Sly has kicked 55 extra points.
God, dog.
He scored 50 points against the Chiefs just
Yeah.
recently.
I
And
wish he had 57. He'd have won that last game.
That's why we call him a bully.
and the 2 that he missed were in the same game, and he lost that game by 1.
Right.
Just saying.
It was the Wi-Fi. Who the hell is that?
And we can't leave the punters out.
Tiger.
The Panthers,
Can y'all hear
Michael
me?
Lardy, and the Texans, Sam Martin, both have 7 touchbacks.
Oh, 10 for him.
Now, for the fun part, the longest of every category. The longest punt goes to the Bills. Corey Jorge with 86 yards. I mean, that's an amazing punt.
Damn, 86 yard punch.
You got him?
The longest field goal.
Am I on my cups? On my cup holder is? I'm telling you, yo.
Yep. Longest field goal goes to the Ravens' Justin Tucker at 61. The longest interception, Cowboys' Byron Jones with 100 yards. The longest fumble recovery, there's a tie between the Chargers' Derwin James and the Rams' John Johnson III, 98 yards. Longest rush, Chargers, Melvin Gordon III, 99 yards. And the longest pass reception goes to Baker Mayfield and OBJ. And those are your current stats.
Good job.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, yo.
That is some interesting stats right there, man. Still there?
Yeah, those there.
He must be muted.
Like he's frozen.
Oh, me?
That looks like he's looking at Zay with disgust because of all that noise in the background.
Right?
My fault. I sent my daughter in my car to get something and she couldn't even do it.
Well, I guess while we wait, we can go over the most recent games. Pull up your schedule. And we started last week, week 8. That was the last week we started, so we'll kick it off then.
Hey, sorry, y'all. Keep on having me going in and out. Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
We're just about to go over the games of the week, starting at week 8.
Okay.
Anything stand out to you guys from week 8? Week 8.
Redskins versus Eagles. Redskins beat the Eagles 45-24.
Beat the brakes off them too.
Yep.
Back when I was healthy, you know.
Yeah, everybody has stats in this one.
Pittsburgh, New England, close game, came down to the last 19 seconds with a kickoff fumble.
Oh, you fumbled a kickoff return, right?
Yep.
That was a nip and tuck game too.
You mean Colts?
Cincinnati, Buffalo, 21-28. Close.
Yeah, that was another tough one. Bengals, man, got to get their act together if they're trying to make the playoffs, man. They're making it tough. Man, he had 19 carries for 169 yards. He didn't have any touchdowns, but how he lost this game, man. How many turnovers did he have? No turnovers? No. Oh, my God.
6.
He had 6 turnovers.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why he lost that game.
The hammer? No, I don't know where it's at.
I got him. Go ahead.
All right, let's see. What else? What else stood out? Anything else?
Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this screen back up.
This Dallas Giants game, Tiger, was this your first loss in this 3-game losing streak you're on?
And Tiger, you're going to talk. You're on mute.
If you're talking.
He's about to talk.
Yeah, that's one of your first losses? Yeah. He had to play that game like 4 straight times. So I don't know what was the deal with their connection with that one, but another one that jumps out to me that I think is worth talking about. Tampa Bay beat the brakes off Atlanta, 38-17. Another one of those guys that their game has just stepped up. Jameis Winston, quarterback rating 154.9, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Jameis Winston, not Joe Montana, Jameis Winston. Of course, Ronald Jones and Dave Mega Jr., they had a okay day on the ground, nothing special. But it looked like he did most of his damage in the air. And looks like the Falcons really didn't have anything going on in the air. Ryan's passer rating was 83.8. 173 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So, and they didn't really have much on the ground. He had 6 for 11. And that's all the rushing he had. So he pretty much got shut down. And I know J.D. Lewis is a newer owner, but he's a little bit better than that. So I don't know what's going on. We'll see what the rest of the season bears out for him. But
He's
that's
on
a
AP
really
for the
good
rest
win.
of the season right now.
He is? Really?
Yes, 19 weeks.
No. Anytime, just so everybody knows, anytime someone asks me to put them on AP, I put you on AP for 20 weeks and you just take yourself off. So if we advance and someone ends up playing the game, that's on you for not scheduling the game. He's not on AP like on punishment or anything like that. That's just what I do whenever I have to put someone on AP. Chargers beating KC 35-21. Well, a close one. Anything we need to know about this game? Debo? No, huh? You're muted if you're talking.
Is he muted?
Can't hear.
No,
you.
He's not
You hear me
muted.
now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
we
can hear you
we
now.
hear
Oh,
So
Yeah,
somebody playing the game right now? that was the game. You got through a pick six.
literally threw a pick 6 to a guy named Pick 6 on the Chiefs, man. Yeah. I threw one to him yesterday too, but no, he jumped out there. I think it was 14-0. And it was a lot going on. I had to go ahead and separate myself from a bunch of talking and went ahead and had a tremendous comeback. I had
21 points in
was
the
doing
second
well.
and third quarter.
Yeah.
Shut him out.
He was doing very well. I had to shut him down. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all.
Yeah, you definitely handled your business, but I tell you, early, you looked like he was in trouble. You really did.
Yeah, I think
Carlson had 5 picks.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it was very bad.
Yeah, but you
I had to
recovered.
slow the game down and recover. That's all. That's yeah.
I think all of that was in the first half, I think, too.
It
That's
was.
what I'm thinking.
It was
17-17 at the end of the first half, I believe.
No. First half, it was KC 14-0.
Oh,
He scored
Okay.
21 in the third and
Mhm.
14 in the fourth. And
Yep.
KC only scored 7 points in the fourth. It just was, for somebody with your championship pedigree, it's weird seeing you in that position. And you were
Mhm.
able to recover. You know what I mean? So, we had some games where a lot of people weren't able to recover. So that was an impressive comeback of yours.
It was all right.
Gee.
And
Okay.
we came up with no injuries.
Right.
You- you-
Exactly.
That's because your whole team sucked toes. Is good luck.
Okay. Moving right along. Baltimore took care of Cleveland, 49-28. What happened, Dill? Ravens, Browns,
Dill.
Ravens,
Bueller?
Browns. What week we in?
8.
8.
49-28.
Can we go to week 9?
He's so bad.
Yeah, you had
Yeah,
three
you
turnovers.
really want to go to week 9, Dill?
Yeah,
Where you lost again?
Yeah, I don't want to go week 9 either. Now the Ravens, he's on something right now. You could definitely tell that he's on a mission. He definitely wants a Super Bowl. When I played him last season, I had his number. This season, he got my number. So, yeah,
Revenge
I
tour for
couldn't-
him, I guess.
Yeah, it's like he knew everything I was gonna do. So, congratulations to him.
I think we all do. We all know
Thanks.
everything you're going to do.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Hey Harris, I'm still trying to figure out this Zoom thing. As soon as I figure it out, I'm gonna keep on kicking you and Tiger in and out.
Moving
Dale,
on
can
to
you-
finish out the
hey,
week.
Hey, Dale, real quick, can you send Cole an invite again?
Yeah, I got you.
Finishing out the week, we had the Seahawks. The champs beat the Rams by 22, 55-33. And the Titans dominated the Jacksonville Jaguars. We head on to week 9. Anything stand out here week 9? Games of the week.
49ers and the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was a good
Oh,
game.
yeah.
49ers, Seahawks, yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprise upset. Yeah, there you go. Surprise upset. Seahawks traveled to San Francisco or Santa Clara and lose. Started
You
off the
wanna
first
talk
quarter
about that?
17-0. Yeah, might as well since you brought it up. But we started the first quarter off 17-0. And I think
Hey, real quick. If you're not talking, you guys talking in the background, please put yourself on mute.
Yeah, Zay like he on the toilet.
now I gotta see.
No, I'm gonna talk.
But yeah, Russell Wilson threw a bunch of picks. He threw 3 picks in this, and that's unlike Matt. And I capitalized on a lot of his turnovers early. And I think I had one, might have been a fumble, but I did okay. No, actually it was a pick. I did okay passing, but rushing, I had a really, really good day. I had almost 300 yards, 17 carries for 287, 3 touchdowns, 16 yards a carry. So well, almost 16.9 yards a carry. Even Gurley had a really great day, 24 carries for 222 yards. I usually don't give up that many yards to him, but he only had 1 touchdown. So it was me jumping on top of those turnovers he gave me early. And he did his best to bring it back because he only lost by 7. You know what I mean? Considering where he was down 17, that's a good comeback. It just wasn't enough. And second win in what? How many games? So it's just one game out of the many we're going to have in the future. Anything else stand out this week, guys?
Bengals and Browns.
Yeah, wow, another loss.
He said, yeah, another loss.
Hey, you a jerk. I said no, like no.
That's crazy. This is an important one for you to try and make sure you get into the playoffs, man.
Mhm.
What's going on, man?
For one, I'm gonna make the playoffs.
You are?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the playoffs. Look at my schedule. I play the Bengals one more time.
Mhm.
Win or lose, that'll be 4 losses for the season. Everybody else on my
Okay.
schedule, I'm gonna beat.
Oh, okay.
I hate that. I ain't cocky like that. I ain't Harris. But yeah,
I'm not cocky.
Sounds good.
yeah,
to
whatever.
me. Sounds good to me.
No,
Give me all of them.
no, no, yeah. Once again, like I said, Billups is playing great ball against me. His defense stops my offense. So I have something I've been working on last couple of days, and I'm trying to change up my offense a little bit. Not trying to reinvent the wheel, but for people like Billups, people like the Ravens, teams that I play twice, a season, I need to bring something different to them. So I will have something different.
Well, we'll
Running
see.
game.
I might have a division playbook.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Make sure you had a running game to it.
Minus Harris. This punk.
We had 2 blowouts. Carolina beats New Orleans 49-0, and the Detroit Lions lose 45-0 to the Bears, the streaking Bears. And the Colts beat Jacksonville 42-7. I think because of this game I think we ended up losing the Jags owner.
No, was that the?
Yeah.
Was that?
No, that's not a
No.
knife.
I thought he left when he played the Chiefs. Or was that
No, I think
you might
it
be
was,
right. You might be
yeah,
right.
Yeah, because the Chiefs.
Was
Yeah,
it?
it was Justin. It was Justin. He was playing Justin, and he quit in the middle of the game. Said, "You got it."
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's something we could talk about later. But go ahead.
Well, Tiger, you got a big win over the Texans. I care to talk about that, or you still away, AFK?
Sound like
He's right
you're
there. He just ain't talking.
I
Someone
guess
said he
can't
was
talk.
spackling.
You're right.
Oh, really? Oh,
Reggie said
10-4.
he was
You might want to get rid of.
He's
Might want to get rid of your
spackling his
camera
gameplay.
if you spackling. You might want to get rid of your camera. Saying.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to another game.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Tiger.
If you're talking, yeah, you're muted.
There you
So
go.
why I gotta get rid of the camera? This is an educational thing. First, can't breathe.
spackling?
You should tell the people. Second thing, if you want to do some, repairs.
Hey, we're not
This is
looking for
how
no
you
tutorial,
spackle.
man.
Hey, man, we ain't looking for no home improvement lessons,
Yeah.
man.
Why not? See, you closed-minded people. This is the problem with the world today.
Oh, boy,
Time to
here
mute
we
him.
go.
Hold on, where's the
He's
boot? Where's the
pissed
boot
and about to
button
go
again?
off. Here
Can't
we go.
find it.
It's the mute.
Yeah,
Mute them.
just mute him.
Yeah, we had the Chargers
I
dominate.
said you closed-minded people.
He can't unmute himself. You see this
Yeah.
BS?
He muted himself. He's good.
we had the Chargers take care of the Broncos, 45-31. Cole get in here yet?
Nope.
I haven't
No,
seen
all
it.
right. That's okay.
Yeah,
Miami,
I sent
Pittsburgh.
them 2 invites. So Cole, if you, thank you, Cole. If you see it, man, I sent you 2 emails to both your emails.
Yeah, just click the
Yeah,
link.
that other invite that came through was, I didn't know who that was. I was like,
I ain't either.
We had Miami by 10 over the Steelers. Another close game.
And another, so 3 of my last 5 games have ended on end of fourth quarter turnovers where I was leading or going to be winning. This one was a pick 6 that I threw to Juju in the back of the end zone. So
I'm laughing because he goes into a cursing. I mean, he's a really calm dude, but he goes into a cursing tirade when he throws a pick or fumbles or, But
when it changes the game, yes.
That means something. At least you're in the game. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't say, especially the earlier scores we brought in. They didn't even put points on board. So, KC over Oakland by 6 points. You remember that game, Hosian?
Shoot, I'm thinking about it because I know towards the end, I think he was worried that I was going to drive down, and I threw a pick. Just like Mike was just talking about, threw a pick. But it was close. I was hoping to, tie it up and take it into OT. But we were back and forth most of the game.
Well, it's good, a divisional matchup like that being close. Yeah. Oh, here's one that stands out, and we got one of the participants here. Washington only puts up 10 points at Green Bay. What happened, Zay? Are you there?
Oh,
Yeah, I laid an egg.
Yeah, and it wasn't even
Simple
Easter.
as that. My team didn't show up and I didn't show up. So
Haskins with a 60.4 quarterback rating, and Josh Rosen had a perfect quarterback rating.
Oh, Cole's
yeah,
here.
I couldn't stop nothing. My defense wasn't playing. I couldn't block. Guys couldn't get off. I couldn't run the ball. Nothing. It was
Hey,
terrible.
did it have something to do with LeBron James and
You
who's
shut
the
up.
best player in the
You
NBA?
That's
Just
Tiger
for those
fault.
who are watching, they were all in the party debating who was better, LeBron James and Jordan and all this. And I think he was distracted. I mean, because if Haskins threw 3
Will
picks,
Chamberlain.
he must have been distracted.
No. LeBron is better. Oh,
And Geis only had 76 yards, which is Geis is usually the key to his victories. Having a good run game along with a balanced passing. And Aaron Jones was able to get it on the ground, 129 yards, 16 yards of carry out of 8 carries. So
Which I don't
TDs.
usually give up a lot of rushing yards either. That was just
Yeah.
2 things that normally don't happen.
Cole got a new headset.
yeah.
Yes, you're 5x5, Mr.
Time to roll, Cole.
Yeah, we were just about to go into the next week, but you can tell us about this Chargers Broncos. I mean, this Chargers Broncos game, 45-31. Do you remember it at all?
You can go ahead and talk about it, Cole.
Testing. You there, Cole?
He muted him.
Oh, you muted.
Yeah, you on mute. You on mute.
There you go.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Remix.
Your mic is acting up there, bro.
Yeah, you might have to mute him
You're chopping.
still, so you can't hear him. Well, let's move into week 10. We still got a couple more weeks to go through. Philly over Detroit big.
Yeah.
Because he got to get his connection together.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay loses by 4. I actually watched this game.
Feed the hamster.
Yeah, the Bucks and Saints. This was a battle. It was a really great game to watch because there was a lot of offense, a lot of offense from both guys, and a lot of turnovers too. But just the run game wasn't working for either of them, so they had to put the ball in the air, and they were giving the ball to each other. Back and forth.
Yeah, you can do better.
Right, exactly. That's what it seemed like. One guy would drive out the field and throw a pick. Another guy would throw a pick right behind him, and it'd be a fumble and or punt. Yeah, it was a back and forth. Bears continue to roll on, 34-15 over the Cowboys. Miami was not able to beat the Jets. They choked this one out, man. Anybody remember this game?
Which was this one?
No.
The Miami Dolphins versus the Jets. Overpowered Jets.
He said this is what he said. He said they were who we thought they were. We gave him the game.
Yep.
I think it was actually surprised I put that as a game of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
He
people surprised.
was.
You see the emojis on that post?
Hey man, I'm just trying to that game was I figured it was like a division, they're playing for the top seed. Some of these divisions got bad records, but they still in it for the
They
hunt.
close.
Yeah, that's true.
Close.
Very true.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
I mean-
absolutely right.
Redskins over the Giants. What happened there, Zay? 35-21. You remember that game?
Uh-oh. I'm waiting for.
I did what I was supposed to do.
Zay had a perfect quarterback rating. 275 yards passing, 3 touchdowns.
He got the brunt end of my frustration from the week before.
Damn.
So
Guy said 95 yards and touchdowns.
I mean, he played good, but I had to
Not good enough.
I had to turn it up. And then at the end, I got this clutch sack on Tebow. Almost knocked him out. If you seen the hit.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave up 4, so.
Did I throw a pick
Randy
that game?
Gregory.
Yeah, a perfect QBR.
You had a perfect quarterback rating. No, sir.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, right here now.
3 touchdowns, no picks. Yeah, it was a good game. Since we got Mr. Spackle over there, we have to get somebody's comment on that.
Yeah. It looked like the Packers and the Vikings.
He can talk because I'm frying chicken. Shit.
You ain't, breaking bread with the chicken though, man. We want some chicken.
Yeah, you see that? Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, they look nasty.
You tripping? You mad? You over in that room about to eat a TV dinner? Shut
up. Green Bay big over Minnesota. Anybody see this game?
No, I wish I would have.
Man, we dropping there damn near 70.
Almost a 70 burger. In the
On
words
the
of Isaiah
Vikings.
Thompson.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And then
dangerous.
Check it. Cardinals versus the Raiders. That was a close game. Joseyan, you almost won,
It's another one, man. Just towards the end, I had a couple plays where I just getting used to the receivers catch, because I get tired of the receivers going over the middle and then getting lit up and dropping the ball. So now I have a tendency where I'm just touching that button, so they just catch it and fall. And there were 2 plays where I did that, and it would have been a touchdown, but instead my dude just flopped over and made the catch.
Possession versus rack.
I was like, damn it. So there's two I think it was 3 passes where I could have scored, and 2 I made the mistake to press that button in the possession and they dropped, and then there was one in the end zone. I don't know what Carr did. The dude was wide open and he just literally overthrew him.
So you hadn't re-signed him, so he really wasn't focused on the game the way you normally do. You just re-signed him this week. That's probably why he wasn't really as accurate as he could.
I've had a couple games I was in them. It's just mistakes or turnovers, typical stuff that you lose the game for.
Well, Cardinals are doing really well this year, so to be that close with them lets you know where you actually are. They got some significant wins this season.
Yeah, he's actually in the chat. I'm trying to see if he responds to anything.
Okay. Let's see.
That's
Atlanta over Carolina. Let's see. Rams lose to the 49ers. Close one. This one went into overtime, actually. And I'll tell you, one thing I'll say is that my wide receiver right there? Nolan!
No one said he's going to run his league in 20 years.
10-4. Be our sons running it. The Rams. The one thing I'll say about this game, the Rams that I saw in this game is not the Rams that I've seen before or after. This guy was spreading the ball around. He was throwing short passes. He was running the ball. I mean, in this game, the Rams had 17 carries for 85 yards, 5 yards a carry. Then Derek Starling had 7 carries, 17 carries for 85 yards, 5 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. Derek Starling had 7 carries, 49 yards, 7 yards a carry. I mean, I've never seen Flash run this much and only have 30 attempts. 30 attempts is low for him.
Too bad he had it girly.
This Rams team, I haven't talked to him because I've been busy. He's busy. He's essential personnel. He works in the medical field. But this Rams team, if he played like that all season long, he'd be in the top 10 and he would probably be unbeatable versus the guy we usually see who just tosses it up. That's all I have to say about that game. But it was close and went to overtime.
Side note real quick, guys that are watching, you want to get on, talk about your games, please just hit us up, hit myself or Joseyan up. We just need your email address and you can get on the show.
Let's see. Cincinnati all over New England. 44-7. And we had the Colts.
What week are you in?
This is week 10. We're about to go to week 11 now.
Okay. Hey, the Bills gave the Ravens a run for their money.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good game.
That was a really good game.
Just like the playoff game they had.
Yep.
And I will say this, too. Before that game started, the Ravens was like, yeah, he's all right, but he can't hang with me. And I know he was sweating after that game. He came in the party.
After that when you starting something.
Right. You're gonna see him in the playoffs for some get back. All right, moving along to week 11.
Was this a CPU game?
Jeez.
Yes.
The first one you see?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I was making sure.
Okay.
I'm making sure because I'm like, "What's up, Joe?"
I don't. No. I think he attempted to play.
He
attempted to play.
Oh yeah.
No, he attempted to play the human that many times. and he ended up finishing the game and beating that guy. I don't think this was a human computer game.
Oh, I didn't even see he played. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times you played?
8.
Eight times.
Damn.
I'm
Jesus.
This was
not seeing it.
Joe was in the league. Joe just I saw something about not caring about the league this year.
Who you say?
Joe Williams.
The Panthers. The Panthers owner. Gosh, no, the Panthers owner said he just doesn't. He's not going to care about the season right now, so he just let him play the computer. Because I guess they were having connection issues.
He called him Auto-Tune Cole. I'm sorry,
Thompson.
comments.
Really?
The Jets over the Patriots 25-21.
The Patriots gave that game up. He gave it up. He was up 21, I think, to 10, right? And then he did some stupid shit.
Yeah. Anyway, he was up 21-10.
Yeah,
Joe
just commented. Yeah. Joe just commented, said he was on AP.
Yeah, it's on AP. But the Jets got shut out. I mean, New England got shut out.
3 quarters.
Second half.
Yeah.
So, that's the reason why they lost that. So, Jets finally get a win. Still haven't even seen the Omaha ability activated yet.
Oh my goodness, man! So, please don't talk about them superstars and all that stuff. I'm so jealous.
I'm about to ask him if he want Haskins for him.
Man, you got a bunch of superstars on your team. What you jealous for?
No, not like the Jets, man.
He
got
want
everything
Omaha.
on both sides of the ball. Damn near.
Everybody want Omaha.
I want
that
Omaha,
man.
Yes,
I
need
do
Omaha.
too. Shit.
Mhm.
Tennessee loses to Cleveland by a
That
little
was a good
bit.
game. That was a good game.
Let's see.
That was a good
Redskins.
game.
I watched
Shut
this
up.
game. I watched this game. The Colts beating the Redskins 40. The Colts losing to Redskins 48-42. But it feels like the Redskins lost this game. Why don't you tell us about this?
Up. They got
Man.
beat up.
Yeah, man.
Beat up.
Hey man, that dude Reese got potential, man. I can't deny it. He ain't afraid
Man,
of that
He
ball.
was laying the wood.
Once I got when people hurt, I was like, "Fucking man, this shit over." I stopped playing. I got pissed because before all the injuries, I was up 21-7 or something like that, doing what I wanted. And then once those injuries happened, I got demoralized, and I said, "Man, I'm done."
Yo,
Actually,
Haskins
watching
had a
that
good
game.
day.
And then my pride jumped in, and it's like, "No, just finish the game."
I was commenting all over that mixer. I was like,
Oh,
it's
man.
crazy.
It was a fluke, man.
Yeah,
I
just so
think-
everybody knows what he's talking about. He had 4 injuries in this game.
Three
4,
of them
not
were
1,
all
not
offensive
2,
players.
not 3.
Yeah.
Significant
4.
players.
Yeah,
That's what's
significant.
crazy.
2 X
Guys who-
factors.
Yep.
There's guys who have 14 carries for 93 yards, 13 yards a carry, and a touchdown.
193 yards.
Yeah, 193 yards. I'm sorry. Geis was hurt. Terry McLaurin was hurt. Scary Terry was hurt. DJ Chalk was hurt. And you've seen his stats. The guys.
Yeah, dude. He lost. I think you lost like 2 of your main receivers and your running back. And Reese is on here commenting. He didn't mean to do you like that, man.
He
Travis
didn't
Benjamin
mean to
got
do
hurt.
him like that.
Yeah.
And they're not just hurt for the game.
Oh, okay, he did.
Benjamin came back. Geis is out for 7 weeks. Chalk is out for 8 weeks. Terry McLaurin is out for 5 weeks.
Yeah, he lost all his starters.
Man.
All his starters are gone.
Should have gave me DJ Chalk, man, like you should have.
Killer.
You need to stop sucking toes. How about that?
God, no.
Where is this coming from? What is this sucking toes?
I got my sources.
Wow. That's another side conversation, fellas.
I
Packers-
don't know about
Right.
that.
The Packers beat the Rams 41-31. And the Packers have been on a really long win streak. Most people don't notice or haven't
Yeah, we hear you,
noticed it.
Cole.
All right. Yeah, you sound a lot better, Cole, than you did earlier.
Yeah.
So that was a really
Yeah, they
good.
said- They said you was connected to auto-tune. That was the issue.
T-Pain.
But, week 11 was I would consider the upset week because the next game right after that was the 49ers head to Mile High Stadium.
Cole, your mic is up, man.
The mic is on. You
Yeah,
ready?
Cole. Well, your camera not up, but your mic
Cole,
is
you
up.
made it just in time.
You made just in
Look,
time for that game.
There you go. There
What do you
go.
think?
We
What do
got
you
him
think
in the
happened in that
third.
game? What was the key to victory in that game, Cole?
Sher-
I'll tell
Sherman
you what the
got
key to
Sherman
victory
got juke.
was.
Sherman
The key
kicks
to
a bucket.
victory was Matt Breida. I guess he didn't show up. You left him on the bus that game because he wasn't in that game.
Oh, the trash talk.
No, Sherman knees locked up because he's so old.
They held Matt Breida 16 carries for 20 yards.
Wow.
Can't forget about
Seriously?
And a
you
fumble.
can't forget about that bastard. You can't forget about that bastard and that fumble he
And
made.
that bastard made him fumble. Made him fumble. I will say this: the keys to victory in that game. My first drive, he stopped me probably on the 6 or 7 yard line.
Uh-oh.
And I got the first down, but that bastard Matt Milano hit me, fumble, got the ball. Second other key play, he threw a deep bomb on the right side to Antonio Brown. I had hella bodies over there and just, swatted it out the way. It tipped off one guy's helmet, another guy's helmet. Antonio Brown caught it and stayed in bounds. I was just like, yo, the fix is in, man. The fix is in. And he
This
also
game
had
is
a really
broken.
good day on the ground. If I'm Bullock. This game broken. Sherrod Bradley had a good day on the ground. 21 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown. So he had a good day on the ground. He held the 49ers to a little bit of rushing.
And the last drive,
Edwards.
And amazing dissection of the prevent defense in the end of the fourth quarter.
I actually have a question about. I have a question for you, Tony, about that.
Yes, sir.
So I understand why you're running that defense, but when I was in the red zone, why'd you stay in that defense? Why didn't you switch out of it when I was in the red zone?
Well, that's what you call a brain fart, because that would probably be the third key to that game.
Solid
It was
thought.
okay what you were doing. I was expecting you to, go beat man to man with the slants. But the thing that was kind of annoying me a bit was I wasn't able to tackle you in bounds. I was able to do it once on that drive. But if I'd have got more, because you didn't have any timeouts on that final drive.
Nope.
He had a drive like 70, 79 yards or 80 yards for a touchdown. And I went to the 3 deep man defense. And I wanted him to have multiple plays to get down the field, because with no timeouts, all we need is 1 or 2 tackles and that'll end the game. And he did slants all the way down the field, and he kept getting out of bounds. I even hit him in bounds. He broke the tackle and was able to get out of bounds. And then the final play was a slant of going from left to right. And what's the Devontae Parker? Is that the guy who caught it?
Devontae Parker.
He caught it, and he continued to the right. And I clicked on the Sherman, who was the safety. And I didn't hit stick, didn't dive at him. I just took a bad angle and went to his left shoulder instead of his right shoulder. And he just took it right into the end zone. He caught it at the 3, or caught it at 5, and took it right in. And he caught it with like 3 seconds left. So all I had to do was run into him, and I'd have won that game. But, hey, missed a tackle, lost the game. I should have called zone defense. Had I called zone defense for at least that final play, there would have been more bodies around, better chance of the thing getting knocked out or whatever. But, hindsight's always 20/20. It was an excellent game, though.
Yeah, Sherman had a rough last drive because a couple of the times he hit somebody in bounds and hit him out of bounds.
Correct.
Sherman had a rough
that was
last drive.
That was good. That was good for you, bad for me. But hey, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. Got to recover. But that was an excellent upset. I think everybody that was in the party that was watching it saw some of the comments. Everybody was shocked that he missed the tackle. So was I. I was shocked too. So
I was shocked.
You showed a lot of composure, being able to drive down the field and not panicking. That's playoff championship composure. And considering you haven't been in the playoffs yet, that's the type of game you got to be able to put together when you need to get points on the board, do what you're supposed to do, and let them, not make a mistake. It was a good job, Cole.
That was stupid, man.
All right, what's
Keep
next?
up the good work.
Well,
the other upset, right? Other upset of the week.
Lost, right? Seahawks lost that week too, right?
Yep, Cardinals.
Yeah, what the hell?
Seahawks lost 38-14 31.
Yeah, Reggie.
I
I thought I,
watched
I
that
thought I
game.
saw Reggie. Did I see Reggie pop up?
Reggie,
Reggie's
he's in the comments.
Yeah.
He's in the
He's
comments.
watching.
Yeah, he watching.
No, I saw his
I,
face
I
pop
watched
up.
that game.
No,
Is
Reggie.
he
No,
on-
Isaiah.
That's
is in it.
Isaiah. That's
Isaiah.
Tyler.
Oh, that's the
That's-
Bears.
They don't
King
look
of the
alike.
North right
They don't
there.
look alike. They don't look at him.
King
Yeah.
of the North.
King of
Haven't
the North.
seen Mr. Snow in a long time, so that's what it is. But yeah,
Mhm.
this was a game that I did not expect to turn out this way. I was rooting for it because I just took a loss before this game started. So, one thing that I was a message I got was this loss made me smile. I heard that from Mr. Matt. So I was watching this game intently, and he did not get out the gate very well. He was down 24-10 in the first half, and turned the ball over a little bit more than I expect from him.
I think he had a
If I-
kickoff. He had a kickoff where he
if I
fumbled.
rem-
And he ran it
yeah.
back for a touchdown.
If I remember that game,
Reggie
I'm pretty sure the Cardinals had like 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns. I know Russell
Yeah.
Wilson fumbled once. and he
Russell
ran
Wilson
back for a
fumbled
touchdown.
3 times on 5
Mhm.
carries.
Yep.
Gurley only had 79 yards rushing on 9 carries, which is definitely unlike him. And Trey Kelly had 109 yards on 21 carries, 2 touchdowns. So,
Seems like he's getting his feet back under him again.
well, this is the guy I expected to play when he came to the division. So, I'm happy he's got his stuff together. I wish he didn't have it together for the first game, but 'cause he beat me. But
Reggie.
yeah, it
Reggie
was a
just
really good
commented.
game. What do you say?
No, it was nothing. He got a little
Put an
silly
emoji
face.
up there.
Yeah, little
A little
emoji.
silly
Yeah.
face. But yeah, I mean that's huge though. I mean, because in y'all division, I mean Matt's been running it.
Yeah.
So Matt to lose to you, to lose to him, that division's wide open for y'all. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I
That's
mean,
how
him
that,
being in
that's how
third
that
right now
division
is
used to
big.
be. Used to be
Yeah.
everybody beating up on each other.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's looking good for the NFC West for potentially 3 teams to come out right now. I know we're not talking about playoffs yet, but just him being in third place is just different, really different. Anything else stand out this week for you guys?
No, that
Saying
Bears-
right here, turning point in that Steelers-Bengals game. The referees called that a fumble.
Who fumbled? Who fumbled?
Juju. They're saying Juju fumbled that ball. I mean, his knee is on the ground. He has that pin to his chest. He's down.
Oh, that's what that picture is right there.
That's what that picture is. And then the Bengals ran that back for a touchdown. This is yet another red zone turnover. In fact, I had 3 red zone turnovers in that game. So
Wow.
But that was the turning point right there.
Damn. That's what that is. Wow. But
Also,
you're in it.
that Bears Bills game was a good game to watch. We were watching that game. That's one
Oh,
of
really?
the first games. That was one of the first games I watched, like start to finish.
Mhm.
It was a good game.
What stood out to you? Man, Jared Allen, 302 yards.
Mm.
Them 2 picks, man.
Yeah, it just looked like the Bears they weren't playing too fast. They played well. They threw. I usually never see anybody through a screen pass, but he threw the screen pass to Tariq Cohen in the first play of the game. Took it for a touchdown.
What game were we
Wow.
talking about?
The
Bears,
Bills.
Bills.
Week 11.
And
Was
if
a
I
good game.
remember, the Bears were off to a bad start to the season, so they
0-4.
They're on this little win streak.
Yeah.
Another gentleman that's usually in the playoff hunt. He's getting his game back.
Yep.
He's been absent for a while. So I guess he says he's back.
Am I in here?
There he is right there.
Oh, and I'm like, y'all talk about me like I'm not sitting right here.
I keep thinking it's Reggie. So tell us about that game.
Like Ghost Dad.
You said ghost dad.
Like a playoff game. All my games have been playoff games since the 0-4 start.
That's very true. You were beckoning for a win a couple weeks ago. What's going on?
So went back to just playing the way I play. I've been trying to learn how to run that 3-4 and do all the new sucking at it.
Pause.
Oh, so what you were saying is that you stopped playing Call of Duty?
Oh, wow.
You're muted, Isaiah, if you're
Oh.
talking.
Somebody had muted me. But yeah, still playing Call of Duty though. But just playing the original way I was playing.
Oh, you mean with Mac on the line of scrimmage, resting the passer? That's what you're doing?
Yeah,
That's how
playing
you're at the top of the
4-3.
sacks? That's
Yeah,
how he's at the top of the sacks now? You
Yeah,
dummy.
he's playing a 4-3.
I couldn't believe it.
Dude, all
yeah, that
three
dude running
seasons,
around
you had him
chasing-
at linebacker playing coverage. I'm like, whoa, what?
Well, he wasn't playing coverage the whole time, but we drop him every now and again.
You could have sent him over here to LA, man. We didn't. Yeah.
Gave him
Yeah,
back to
man.
me.
That
me
man
see
now
what
is
he said,
leading the
man.
league in sacks right now with 22.5 sacks now. Good job.
That's
Tony,
scary.
And that
That is
bastard, Matt
scary.
Milano today.
Tony, you know who's right behind him in sacks?
Yeah,
That
it's all
bastard.
about the run game though. Just being able to run the ball steadily.
You
against
look
the
really
Bills.
good. You look really good in week 12.
Yeah, a pretty good user pick that scouted out some plays for the running back. He has a particular running back in he likes to hit him. It was 4th and 2, I think it was, and sent the blitz and manned up, and challenged me to the outside, and just happened to get the yank, take it to the crib. The turning point in the game. It was 17-17 at that point.
Wow. Hey, Tiger, are you there?
Yeah, he's still spackling.
I don't see no car chart.
Nah, I guess not. I guess Tiger's not there.
He's
Yeah,
there.
he's still there. He's still there.
Yeah, I didn't know that somebody muted me. But yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I can hear that
Yeah.
scraping on the wall, man. I had to mute it.
Yeah. So we're looking at
Hey,
this
Josiah.
Philadelphia Eagles. Looking at this Philadelphia Eagles Giants game. You lost 30-10, and I remember the last time we had the show, you were literally like one of the front runners in the East for the division, and you've kind of been on the skid, on a big skid. What's been going on with the Giants, man?
Working on my basement.
Oh, okay. The Giants been working on their basement.
Yeah, the whole team down there working on the basement now.
Only the important players.
Right. Yeah.
That would
Covering
be
up Jimmy
none.
Hoffa's body again.
Wow.
That's funny.
We ain't talk about that. There's no evidence. Support said thing. Now, honestly, I've had a little bit of unluck and a little bit of falling off from behind, which has hurt my record a little bit. Probably all right.
10-4. Just trying
Are
to
you?
figure it out.
Are you though?
Don't get him started, Dill. Don't get him started, man.
Dude, there it is.
Don't get him
They
started.
stuff.
Well, this week, moving on to week 12.
Hey, I'm sorry, I lost connection. Did we talk about all those Raven Browns games already?
Yeah, we passed those.
All right, I'm gonna
Wow.
get
How
out of here. I gotta get ready for my
about
game.
the Browns Bengals game? Did we talk about that
Saquon
one?
had 14
We did.
carries for 18 yards.
Did we talk about the Bengals Browns game yet?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where we were because I heard Dill being quiet all of a sudden, so I didn't know what he was talking about.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get ready for my game. So
All right, you take it easy. Who you play this week?
Who you playing?
Cardinals. I play the Cardinals.
That was a game of the week for this
You
week.
actually going to warm up this time, Cole? You find out,
Yeah.
man.
This is
Hey, he
actually
better.
this
He
is
better.
actually
The
first
Cardinals
game
is
all
hot.
season. This is
Cardinals
actually
are
the first game.
Yeah,
this
that's a common opponent for both of us, so you got to
this is
beat
the
them.
first game all season I'm actually warming up for.
I
So
wonder if I could put that on Mixer and broadcast it.
Possible.
Hey, let's see
we
it.
start at 8:30. We start at
Oh,
8:30.
okay.
So about 16
Hey,
minutes.
Ocean, all that comedy. I remember when you were doing your floors. So I don't want to hear nothing about no spackling. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but I'm not doing the do-it-yourself on Zoom,
Right, he
man.
didn't do it live on Zoom.
I wasn't on my hands and
With
knees
LeBron
putting
in the
floors down and
background.
stuff, man.
Pause.
Okay.
LeBron's in the background for a very good reason.
That's what all your players
Yeah,
said
bro.
down there.
We'll talk about that
I
later.
can't breathe.
Oh, that's
We
nice.
on
Keep it moving.
Wow.
moving
Come
to
on.
week 12.
No. So let's be clear, Debo. That's about as ignorant as thing you've ever said.
I know it's not.
On week
So
12.
I'm a little disappointed in your inner self right now.
Week 12.
All right.
Buccaneers Bengals 6-time played. I think they're having some
Ignorant.
problems getting the game together.
Ignorant. folks.
Washington was able to overcome the Eagles 30-25, which affects that division. We're going to have to go over that specific division and maybe some playoff implications because it's not a runaway. The Eagles are running away. They were undefeated, and now they're like only a game or two ahead of the Giants and the Redskins. Miami loses to the Jets.
He one game over me.
One game over you, then that means he's 2 over Tiger.
Yeah.
Miami loses to the Jets, 41-31. Another missed opportunity by the Dolphins.
Last minute drive by the Jets to take the lead in that game.
Yeah, it was a good game. The Bears, I watched the Packers-Bears game, and the Packers started off, it seemed like they started that game off good, and just Bears dropped 21 in the second, and that was it. They just dominated the rest of that game. Score finished out 35-14, but the Packers were moving the ball, and it was the 21 points in the second that kind of put the game away early.
The Packers on fire.
Yeah, Packers were on fire. And they got quenched.
Hey, Isaiah, put yourself on mute, please.
I got him. You good?
And we got the Colts at Steelers. This one was a nail biter. Hey, Mike, why don't you tell us about this game?
You got the sensors out, Bill? Because
I can't mute the sensors, man.
Hey, no, Hey, wait, Jose Yan is the engineer right now.
The sensors, so we're good.
Right. Your finger ready.
yeah, have the finger ready. This was a great game, back and forth. I mean, Reese is a hell of a competitor. I did what hardly anybody else has been able to do to him, 18 points. The only other time he's been under that was 17 points, and that was a loss.
Right.
But my kicker can't kick a 44-yard field goal.
He was cursing after that.
I had the lead going down, 3 minutes left. I am inside the 10-yard line.
Ito Smith is running all over him, 22 carries, 125 yards.
All over him. And Ito Smith fumbles the ball on the 6-yard line. Like I said, 3 of my 5 last games have been at the end of the fourth quarter turnovers that have turned it. I was up by 6 at that point, and he drove down the field on me. Well, actually, he did not drive down the field on me. It was one big-ass play as I was switching up my coverage and caught my cornerback just standing flat-footed, and he never moved.
I actually was watching that. You were setting stuff up, and you switched to your cornerback right when he hiked the ball. You never moved your joystick, so your cornerback was just sitting there, and he just threw that right down. He saw it, threw it right downfield, ended up scoring, and pretty much won that game. But this is what I've been saying. Like, you're 1-10, but these games that you're losing, this guy is a good guy. He's lead his division, getting wins, and lose by 1 point is big, man. So you're on your way. You just gotta tighten it up just a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and had a pick that should have been a pick 6 that let Mariota tackle my cornerback.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! You were running. Oh, breakaway. He's on the left numbers. Mariota is in between the numbers and the hash, about 10 yards down the field. And the guy he's running with has to have like 92, 93 speed. All he has to do is just run. The cornerback?
Actually, Mariota is faster than him. But
that 250 mil came in handy.
Actually, he's been utilizing that quarterback, man. He's been utilizing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Shit,
he's got to with that money he's paying.
He's not afraid to throw that ball, man. I think Reese is going to be a problem further down the line.
That was a great game. I enjoyed that game. I hope Reese enjoyed that game, even though he didn't have the offense that he's used to having.
Right. Well, you were able to get him to turn the ball over, which is another thing.
4 turnovers.
So,
2 picks and 2 fumbles.
You're right there. Just got tuning up just a little bit.
I need to make it so those last-minute turnovers don't change my game. All I got to do.
But yeah, we're halfway into the week, so that's pretty much all the games that have been played. Buccaneers Bengals, for some reason, like I said, they played it 6 times, but nothing happened. So I think that's all the games, Dill.
Yes, sir. And to everybody, I mean, this show is kind of long due to the fact that this league is moving fast.
Yeah.
A lot of weeks.
Yeah, people are playing their games. One thing I do want to talk about is readying up. Guys, Stephen Bill is doing an excellent job putting the work instructions on our page, how to make sure once you're done with your game, it ready up for you automatically. So please make sure you do that so this league can continue to move fast the way it's, it's moving fast right now. It shouldn't be on Hoseyan and Tranks to hit advance. Do your stuff, and it'll ready up for us automatically.
And guys, just so you know too about that ready up as he's talking about, I noticed I was on that. I had the settings set, but if you log out, I guess if you don't log out the right way, it won't ready you up. I noticed that on my last 2 games. I think I exited the game before. I don't know where you have to exit out of, but just try not to just exit out. Go all the way through and exit out of the game.
So in other words, he says that don't rage quit after your game and you're ready up right.
Like Pete did this morning.
Exactly.
After the game, if
you gotta go
out,
back to the league. Go back to the league after the game, and the league should automatically ready you up if you put the settings the way you're supposed to put them.
Yeah, because I had
hey, Mike. Reese said you played an amazing game and you hurt his running back.
Yeah, he's been doing that, knocking guys out.
I've been knocking guys out left and right all season.
No, thank you, Mike, because he did the same thing to me. So thank you.
And I did take him out for 5 weeks, so it's basically the rest of the season. So
yeah, we go way back. I appreciate it.
Hey, a couple of things. One, I do want to give a shout out, and I don't know if we did it in the last show, but I'm gonna do it again. We're on Zoom due to the fact that Mr. Harris took it upon himself to purchase this package. Yeah, so I appreciate you, Debo.
Definitely, really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Oh, we find out. You mean an asshole all the time.
You and Tiger are the worst.
I cannot wait for this pandemic to end so we can all go up there and hang out for real, man.
Yes. Oh, man. I think that's what Tiger's doing. He's prepping the house.
I'm jumping on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, have a big house party at Tiger's house. So Harris, publicly, man, you already know I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
no problem. It's no problem at all.
I found out you did that. I was asking questions like, "Are you serious?" Not that you mean or nothing. I looked into doing it and I was like, it's kind of
he mean.
He mean.
I'm not
you see all the black eyes you handing out in the league. They just wondering what's going on.
Oh,
right.
All right. Big props to you, man. We really appreciate that, man.
And then also on the
hey, don't get it twisted. You still going to hell, Debo. So
hey, damn, Tiger, that's crazy.
I got a good comeback for that, but everybody.
Wait till y'all. Wait till y'all. And then
gonna wait for the party.
And then also earlier this week, I hit up Tranks and also talked to Mike. We do have some special stuff we're trying to do at the end of the season. We are talking about having
keep it a secret.
I like it.
Let's bless him at the end of the
just about to say it.
No, I'm glad I caught you.
I was right there.
Listen, I'll say this. Let me just say this. The ideas are great.
Yeah.
It's about inclusion, and you guys will enjoy it. I'll say that. I agree with everything that you're trying to do, and I've actually talked about it with another person or two, and the ideas are good. I want to hammer some things out because I think they're great. I want them to be as great as you want them to be. So,
yes, sir.
Don't bring them up yet.
Oh, real quick, we got time to do top 10. We did not do that.
Oh yeah, top 10.
Top 10. So some stuff has changed. The last time top 10 was done was
a lot of stuff.
This past Monday. Shout out to Billups.
Week 10.
Yeah, it was week 10, and of course we're in week 12 now. Do you want me to read off or you got it, Trent? You want me to do it?
I have it. If you don't have it, if you have it, you can read them off.
I got it right here. So Ravens was number 1, Chargers was number 2, 49ers was number 3, Packers number 4, Seahawks number 5, Bills were 6, Cardinals 7, Eagles 8, Browns 9, and the Broncos was number 10. That was going into week 10.
What? Cole number 10? Damn.
He was number 10. He was.
He'll be moving up because he gave the 49ers a loss.
All right. So
Yeah, but
number one. No, let's just start off. Ravens haven't lost, so they haven't changed, right? They're still number 1.
yep.
The real question is Seahawks, they haven't lost, so they're number 2. I mean, the Seahawks, Jesus. Chargers.
Chargers number 2. Yep.
Question is number 3. Who do you like at 9-2? Of the 3 teams that are 9-2, we have the Packers, 49ers, and Cardinals.
I gotta
Everyone
give it to
here on the
Cardinals.
panel, who would you give number 2?
49ers.
I mean,
no,
number 3.
no, you can't. Cardinals beat the 49ers.
Yeah, right before the 49ers put their foot in their butt afterwards.
Okay, Tiger. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll say this. I think if you ask the Cardinals who he would rank over him, I'm sure he would say me because I beat the brakes off him the second time I saw it.
Yeah.
So if it's between the two of us, it's me. I just
Yeah.
want to know the Packers just took a loss, but they were on a serious tear before they just lost. So
We're not
tell
ranking
me.
Joe Williams too over there. Sorry,
I
I'm
say
sorry, not Joe Williams. I mean, Sean.
49ers at number 3, Cardinals number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm putting Packers above the Cardinals.
Why?
Packers are on a 5-game win streak.
What
Until they lost.
Yeah, but who they lose to?
Yeah, but who they lose to?
Isaiah.
He just lost to him though.
Right, but I'm talking about the Cardinals beat a top 5 team.
The Cardinals are on a
Ow.
win streak and beat a team that is usually the number 1, number 2, number 3 team.
Yeah.
All right, good. You're right. Okay, the Cardinals number 4.
Oh my goodness, really?
I'm gonna say that Seahawks win puts him at
Packers
4.
number 5. Number 6 of the 8-3 teams. You have the Eagles, Browns, Seahawks. Seahawks are 7-3. Broncos 7-3.
I'm at the
Seahawks,
Seahawks, man.
Seahawks, Browns, then Eagles, or whoever the other team you have.
All right, Eagles and Browns.
Oh, Browns.
Browns, okay. Eagles are number 8. Number 9, these are the 4 loss teams. We have the Skins, Colts, Bears, Bills, and Bengals.
Well, we got
Yeah, but where the Broncos at? Where the Broncos at?
You gotta do the Broncos. Broncos
Where
number
the Broncos at?
I'm sorry, they're the 3-1 teams. So I guess Broncos. Broncos number 9.
And then number 10.
That's a
Number
toss-up.
10.
I'm putting the Redskins.
Redskins,
Not
Colts,
me.
Bears, Bills, and Bengals.
Ooh,
I was gonna say-
Bears
I
or
was gonna say
Redskins?
I'm sorry, Zay. I'll say Bears.
Yeah,
Bears,
we're both
Bears on the street
we're both
right now.
Isaiah.
I'm
We're
at,
both
yeah, I'm at
Isaiah,
to go with
but
Bears. Yeah.
Right,
I'm
right.
fine
You
with
can't
that. Leave me out. Leave me out.
He
Well,
don't like
especially
being-
with
he
the
don't like being in
injuries,
spotlight.
especially with the injuries that the Redskins got, and the Bears are like what 7-game win streak or something.
Yeah, leave me out.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
beat
they got
the.
the-
didn't
They
beat
had the
the
longest
Packers?
win streak. They just beat the Packers too.
Yeah, so I
Oh
would
yeah,
put
yeah.
them
So
in.
yeah, I'm saying the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears definitely. I agree. I agree.
Number 11.
So that's
number
the top-
11 is going to be the New York Spacklers.
So let me read
All right.
back the top
Here,
10.
read that back. Read that back.
We have the Ravens number 1,
You want to
the Chargers number 2,
When you
we
get
have the
here.
49ers number
Cool.
3. You need to mute yourself, Tiger.
I got
We
him.
have the Cardinals number 4, the Packers number 5. We have the Seahawks number 6, Browns number 7, Eagles number 8, Broncos number 9, and the Bears rounding out the top 10. And that's the top 10.
Good job.
So
Good
you were
job.
actually worried last night, Dill, playing.
Yeah, he was worried. Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
was
was
worried. Everybody watching knew he was worried.
Yo, that's your second
Yo,
time.
he
playing
went
like that.
he went to like 3 straight, haul routes. You know he's worried when he does that.
The Dan Hall route.
Yeah. So yeah.
Need that first down? Absolutely. Anytime. Kick it out.
All right.
Yeah.
One, this 8. Hossein, you're gonna have to end the show for us because you're the host.
Okay.
But before we end it, one I like to say, gentlemen, thank you for being on the show, man. I appreciate y'all as always. Thank you for everybody that's watching. We got up to 12 people watching. The league is active, y'all. I love it. We ain't had real football in months, and for a video game that had 32 users, this is amazing. We're able to talk about this game we all love. Still, I love it. I love y'all. On a serious tip. And I get you, Tiger, and I know we don't get super political or nothing like that. I do want to say I do love each and every one of y'all. What everything's going on in this world with this pandemic, and I can't breathe. I would hate to see anything happen to anybody in this league.
No
So
doubt.
whatever goes on, please be safe out there. Please be smart. Live for your family, for your kids, your wife, whatever. Live for this league because you are valuable. Your life is
Yes.
valuable to us. So please
Yeah.
continue to be safe. And yeah, man. Love y'all.
Yeah, and we are a family. Yeah,
Yes.
every
Hey,
one of us.
Yeah.
hey, I definitely want to say something. I'm gonna go there for a little bit. Everyone knows that injustice when they see it, and there's no question that injustice took place this week. And I'm gonna say that there's no excuses. It's just a statement of fact. However, how we react and how we choose to react with the frustration, the anger, the pain, the disgust still has to be forward moving. We cannot, as a society, make the mistake of thinking because we are righteous in how we feel that any act we do helps the cause. And if anyone's been watching the news, what's going on in Philadelphia is just flat out disgusting to me. And the reason it's disgusting is not because of how people feel, not because of the reason and the righteousness they are or how they feel, but not understanding that how you feel should not dictate the direction to which you allow your behavior to distract from the real cause.
Right.
And when you turn on the news stations and you're watching, they're talking about the vandalism, talking about the looting, talking about the riots, they're not talking about the reason that people are feeling the way they feel, then you're doing the cause and the real goal a disservice because you want an iPad, you want some sneakers, or you want to break some windows. And even if you're righteous in how you feel, behavior has to be above juvenile and ignorance, and that pattern can't be justified just because historically that's been the pattern that followed. Go back to 92, go back to the LA riots over the Rodney King. Did that help? They've had time to think about it. They've had time to piece about it. You got PhD thesis documents out there that talk about how ineffective that rioting was to helping the further cause. And anyone who tries to argue that it was effective, we are now, 30 years later having the exact same scenario. So how can anyone say is there has to be a more intelligent approach to venting the frustration than just breaking windows and distracting from the big picture. And so remember that and be safe while you're out there. And try to educate the people who are maybe just emoting right now and try to give them a perspective that's a little bit more grown and a little bit less, right now, because having the big picture is only going to put more people in harm's way and give ammunition to the other side, to the oppressors, to say, look at these thugs. And so that's just something that's been going on all day, conversation. And I just had to stress it. So.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And this right here is our panel. Yeah, we talk about this great game we play all the time. I don't know how many years Frank's been playing since 1947, but we talk we talk about this game, but we still have life outside of this.
Right.
And,
A couple people in here are working law enforcement, so
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes. So I can't stress enough. I don't want to get that phone call that something happened to one of my brothers. I don't care what color you are. What I'm saying? I do consider y'all my brothers and family. And it will hurt. It will hurt, definitely. So continue to be safe, y'all. And definitely what Tiger just said, was it reach one, teach one? Did I say that right?
Yeah. Reach one, teach one.
Reach one, teach one, and make a difference in this world, all right? Besides that, I can't hit, it's in. So Jose Yana's on you.